Do you still chase the pump?
The pump is always out there. You always have to chase after it, yes.
How's he going to call him Julius Randle will not be an all-star.
Hello? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. I'm talking in my mic. Oh, baby.
A vibe check.
That's a fucking vibe check. All right.
What was Harden's excuse for not coming this week?
He just said it. I don't know. All right. Oh, fuck. Fuck, what was my other sponsor? Oh, I know what it is. Okay.
Do you have to shout anybody out this week?
Oh, I have an anti-shout out.
Okay, cool.
Me too.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Pump is Full podcast. We are back, fresh off our bye week, bringing in Cal, the young gun,
Yep.
to help us out with this episode. And for this episode, our goal is going to be discussing the current state of all the NFL teams. Most teams have played about 6 games, and kind of just discuss where they're going, their perspectives on playoffs, and kind of positional needs and things like that. So I guess let's start off in the NFC. We'll go NFC North and the Green Bay Packers. They just won a controversial game against the Lions. Refs, two very obvious phantom hands to the face calls. What are y'all's thoughts currently on the Packers?
I was impressed much more by their game against the Cowboys because at that point I figured that the Cowboys were good. And I'm kind of coming to terms with them not being good. So the Packers win over them means less. And I watched the whole Lions-Packers game, and those 2 calls were awful. So I don't think the Packers are good.
Do you all have any insights by chance on their wide receivers? Anything of note about any wide receivers they may have? And their social media presence?
Oh.
HUD! While we're waiting for Hudson to pull up some very interesting notes we have, I just want to say...
Devontae Adams wanted to let everyone know after the game on Monday. He said, our 1-2 puncher running back is the filthiest if you disagree while you're on meth. So if you don't think that the Packers had the best 1-2 punch, you might be on meth.
You could be on meth.
Good chance you're on meth.
I mean, I think their skill positions are pretty, I don't know, average, I would say. I don't know. I think I might be on meth because I don't think they have the best 1-2 punch. Aaron Jones dropped a TD, and I'm pretty sure he had a fumble.
He did. That's why he got taken out.
Mm-hmm. He had a fumble. Their defense is still pretty nasty, but like I said, they should have lost to the Lions that game. Like, that was just, that was kind of bullshit. You got anything?
I think they're one of the better teams in the NFC. Just because you have Aaron Rodgers, even though he hasn't been amazing this year, and while, like you said, no one on their skill position, jumps off the, oh, they're amazing. They're still, above, what every other NFL team has for the most part. And they have a pretty solid offensive line. I think they're the best team in that division. So I think they are pretty good, even though they should have lost on Monday.
They definitely should have. Although I do probably think they'll end up taking the division just because, I mean, it's going to be a very competitive division, and there's a very realistic chance 3 of the NFC North teams are in the playoffs. But, we'll just kind of have to wait and see for that. So I guess moving on from there, let's jump down to the Vikings. And it's amazing that Kirk Cousins popped off against a good team, but that just probably means the Eagles are bad. So what are your takes on this?
The Eagles are bad. They lost to the Falcons, who suck. So, therefore, Eagles are not good.
Eagles not good. Heard it here first from HUD. What about you, Cal?
I think that we're talking about the Vikings right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we are.
Dalvin Cook's playing really well this year. Seems like, I don't know if it's like a coaching decision to try to make Thielen and Diggs happier, but they seem to be throwing it around the yard a little bit more. Which, I mean, I previously had Stephon Diggs on my fantasy team, and I traded him away, but it's not a big deal that now he wants to play really well. Like, I'm not mad about it, but they're a good team.
Hey, Cliff.
Hello, Cliff.
Maybe the key.
I don't think it's his fault necessarily because like he wasn't playing bad. It was just Kirk Cousins couldn't get him the ball.
Maybe the key to Kirk Cousins playing well is just let him
People
sling
shitting
it.
on him.
Let him sling it.
Oh.
He went 23, 29, 4 TDs.
I do like that.
Yeah, maybe
Who's he play next week?
The
They-
Lions,
the Lions. Ooh, wait,
L.
what time is it? What time are
L.
they playing?
1 p.m. on a Sunday.
Ooh, he might win this one. I don't know. Dalvin Cook, he didn't play that well, but still got a TD and everything. I mean, they really need to. Oh fuck! I forgot Stephon Diggs went off as much as he did. He had
Yeah.
3 TDs, 160 yards. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Cal just traded him in fantasy.
Yeah. Before that game.
yeah, obviously. But you got Godwin.
And Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Tay the kid.
not bad.
All right, I guess moving on from there, Bears suck.
Yes.
Defense good. They lost to the Raiders. That's pretty bad. I think they were just on bye week, so they haven't played for a week. And they're gonna get Mitch back, but Mitch is just like slightly better than Chase Daniel at this point, and they have no like identity on offense.
Give Montgomery the ball more. He's on like 2 of my fantasy teams, and he's probably the best offensive. But your best offensive player, so Matt Nagy, give him the ball. Who was the last coach I told to do something?
Who was it?
Fuck, he's fired now. I told Jay Gruden to start Dwayne Haskins, and
He did. Oh, he didn't start him, but he put him in.
Put him in. So Matt Nagy, give Montgomery the ball. Hopefully, he don't get fired because the last one got fired.
To be fair, he put him in, and then he threw 3 picks and got pulled again. But
He still put him in though.
that's the important
Shows they're
part.
listening.
Matt Nagy, David Montgomery. You heard it here first.
No.
What do you
They
got on
play
it?
the Saints this week though. They're gonna lose.
Oh, they will be losing. Yeah. Or it's
It's in Chicago. But
yeah.
I'd still take the Saints.
The only teams that have scored more points than the Bears this year are the Jets and the Dolphins.
The Jets have scored more points.
No, the only teams that
Oh,
haven't
so-
scored
scored
more.
more.
My bad.
Oh,
my bad.
okay. The Jets actually got their second TD or third offensive TD of the season last week. That was pretty cool. Moving down to Lions, like kind of we said, they got screwed Monday. Like they looked legit. They were in the Kansas City game. They beat the Eagles. And like I said, they really should have beat the Chiefs. They were like just kind of let that one go. They let go the Cardinals game. I like Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
The Lions realistically could be. Let me look at this. They could be undefeated. Honestly, they have like their biggest loss was 4 points to the Chiefs. And then they lost by a point to the Packers. So I mean,
I really like the Lions.
mm-hmm.
It just sucks how tough of a division they're in. Because like if they were in the like NFC South, they might be the best team in the division.
Oh my, yeah. Well, once we get on, I'm actually wanting to go to the NFC South next after the Lions. But I really hope Matt Patricia can kind of like pull them together. I just like the potential. I think it'd be like a very like interesting just to kind of see where they can go. But I guess moving down to the NFC South, it's insane that the Saints and Panthers, while they're not better with their 2 backup quarterbacks, they both haven't lost with backup quarterbacks this year. So I don't know. I know, Hudson, what are your takes on this as a Falcons fan?
On which team?
Let's start with the Saints.
Still hate them. Jealous of them. I don't know, Cal. You go.
I think the Saints, they're not as good with Teddy as they would be with Drew Brees, obviously. But, not to like skip ahead, I think the Panthers are better without Cam Newton. On and off the field. Because I really don't like him at all.
And his whack ass fits.
Yeah.
Dude is busted. But
Yeah.
I would say for the Saints, I mean they already had like a lot of pieces. Go ahead, Hud.
And it just sucks now because they're gonna at least make it to the NFC Championship. Like the Pope blessed them. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Pope game. Yeah, this was a Pope
Pope
game.
Francis blessed them. That's a lock to at least get to the NFC Championship. Drew Brees is gonna come back. They don't have any pressure on them anymore. Probably gonna go to the Super Bowl. I don't know.
What do you think this kind of leads for the Saints, I guess, like with Drew Brees and Teddy? You think, I guess, when Drew Brees...
Because Brees' contract runs out this coming year.
I was going to say, do you think they're going to end up re-signing Brees, drafting a quarterback, or do you think they're going to stick with Teddy?
I wouldn't stick with Teddy, but that's just me. I don't think... Like, he's played good, and, like, he's definitely mature. Not mature, that's a bad word. He's definitely... grown and developed as a player as the weeks have gone on. But he's not the type of quarterback I see, like, leading a team into the playoffs, winning multiple playoff games, getting to Super Bowls. I can't visually ever see that happening. I mean, I could be wrong. Like, he's played really well right now, but I just don't see him being, like, a franchise type of quarterback that you want to, like, keep going forward with your franchise, but I could be wrong.
I think it all depends on, like, just what's on the board, but I would not be surprised if, let's say, just one of the, like, prospects, like maybe Fromm or Herbert, aren't valued as highly, and then kind of fall maybe, like, deeper into the first, that they could pick up one of them. But I honestly think if Teddy just keeps winning games, regardless if he wins a playoff game, that they will be sticking with him because Drew Brees is going to want a fat contract.
I don't know. I don't think he necessarily wants a fat contract. Because he's going to be, what, like 39, 40?
40, yeah.
I could see him taking, like a reduced type of thing, them keeping Teddy, and then I could see Drew kind of being like, I'm going to take less money, like, you don't have to pay me, go spend that money on whatever he thinks they need, let's try to go all in and try to win a Super Bowl, like, next year, if they don't win it this year. But I mean, they can still do that next year. But I don't think he's going to, like, demand a bunch of money because, like, I just don't. I think he knows, like, he's not going to get any better than New Orleans, and, like, he wouldn't leave to go for another team right now, especially at his age.
Let's move on to the Panthers. Like kind of what we were saying earlier, backup quarterback Kyle Allen. I mean, he's just been balling out. Like, there's nothing really negative to say about him. Like, he's done everything he's been asked of. I don't think they've lost since he's played. Cam didn't look good.
Undefeated.
Like, Cam just did not look good, period. So, I mean, I think it's really big and shows... I don't know. I mean, there's going to be a quarterback controversy because are you going to put in Cam Newton, who's been kind of, like, on the rocks these past, like, few games, and I guess almost, like, a couple years because he's been kind of banged up, or do you stick with the guy who keeps winning? I mean, what do y'all think?
I would stick with Allen.
What about you, Hud?
I think you have to stick with Allen right now because he's undefeated right now. It wouldn't make any sense to go back to Cam. It's not like Drew Brees, where, like, he was playing really good at the beginning of the season, played really good last year, and then he hurt his finger and, like, sat out. Cam didn't look great last year. Cam didn't look great when he was playing this year. I just don't, and the team just seems to be functioning better without Cam Newton. So I mean,
I would agree. I think
the Panthers are 3-0 since Allen took over, so I don't know why they would.
They also legitimately have an MVP candidate with McCaffrey. Like, I mean, it's a big product of them giving him, like, most of the touches in the offense. But I mean, if that's what's winning them games, that and, like, with their defense, then I mean, I'm not against that at all. I realistically think McCaffrey's, if it ended today, I don't think he'd win MVP, but he'd definitely be within, like, top 5 to 3 potential for it.
Like, back to Cam Newton. I'm not the biggest Cam Newton fan, but as, like, a Panthers fan, this might be I kind of like a take. I feel like if you're, like, a huge Cam Newton fan, I feel like it would kind of suck just because he took, like, he put the team on his back for so many years. Like, I know he had some good seasons, he didn't have some, like, great seasons, but, like, his body took, like, a physical beating, like most other quarterbacks, like, obviously don't, he's a running quarterback, and they finally kind of built a team around him. Like, they have good skill positions now. They have DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, the defense looking good. I feel like it kind of sucks that, like, they built this team around him, and then his body kind of breaks down, he gets hurt, and then Allen just kind of, like, falls into this, like, team that's already kind of, like, complete, and Cam was having to, like, kind of get it out the mud these past like, do you understand what I'm trying to say, though?
Yeah, you got to get out the mud.
Cam got it out the mud, and then got hurt, and Allen.
He just rides it while he's already out of the mud.
Well, he's
Exactly.
already one who is out of the mud. I mean, yeah, I think they can definitely compete with the Saints right now. I still think the Saints have a better top to down roster. You know what I'm saying? Saints have better roster. Panthers
Oh
compete.
yeah, definitely.
But let's move on to the Bucks. Oh, excuse me. We'll move on to the Bucks, who have one of the top run defenses in the NFL. Apparently, I don't remember what the stat was, but they're hold on. Let me look at the running backs they've shut down. I don't have the specific numbers. So they've shut down McCaffrey twice, Gurley, and Saquon, like just back to back. Like for all the flaws their defense has, run defense is not one of them. Like they just have a nasty defense. Shaq Barrett is currently, I would say, defensive MVP or defensive player of the year right now.
Definitely comeback player of the year.
Comeback player of the year. Broncos got rid of him, and then their defense has honestly been struggling a bit. I don't know. I think the Bucks have a lot of things moving forward. Jameis,
He's done. He's done.
It's insane. 1 week he beats the Rams, plays pretty decently home against the Saints. Let me make sure. Yeah. Plays pretty decently against the Saints. Not great, but plays okay. And then just shits the bed. Like, it's... What do you have? 5 interceptions and a fumble? Like, I just don't understand. He has such good talent. Godwin and Evans, both. At every game, they're just popping off. He's got solid tight ends in Cameron Brate and O.J. Howard.
They're looking to trade O.J. Howard.
If they trade him, that's fine, because they need some fucking line help. But Jameis, goddamn, stop turning the ball over.
Yeah, he sucks.
It's just frustrating. Like, what the fuck? Also, apparently, he fucking needs contacts and refuses to wear them. He's blind out there. Jameis, what the fuck? This is almost as shocking. Did you know Jay Cutler is colorblind? That's why he always threw fucking interceptions. Fix your damn eyes. You're playing a professional sport. Fucking do not throw the ball to the other team and get your eyes checked. God damn it. Fuck.
He's had this issue since college.
Alright. Fucking, we're back. Fuck. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, Jameis. You were saying, HUD?
He's had that issue since college. Like, this isn't like a new development. Like, his eyes have gotten bad. He hasn't been able to, he's been squinting and hasn't been able to see since he was at Florida State. This isn't a new development. He also has 68 career interceptions, so something big's happening next week during the Bucks game.
Well, while we were gone, we were just talking about, him and Mariota.
He had 28 picks in one season.
Well, who does Mark Trestman coach for? What XFL team?
Everyone in Tampa, stop with the Bucks. It's all about the Vipers.
Tampa
Bay Vipers. Mark Trestman, head coach. Not only the head coach,
He's the
also the GM.
fucking GM.
They also have Aaron
Christ.
Murray, so...
God.
With his eyesight problems, do you think he meant to steal something besides the crab legs? Or you think that's what he was shooting for?
Maybe he was like,
Whatever.
fuck, I thought these were my
He's been
keys.
He's
Damn.
been a meme since college. He hasn't disappointed.
Well, we were just also talking about the fucking Blaine. Who's their backup?
Blaine
Blaine
Gabbert.
Gabbert. We looked him up while I was trying to fix everything.
M-I-Z.
And the picture of him is just him being sacked on the ground. It's the best picture they have of Blaine Gabbert.
The funny thing now is wait.
What?
He also has 43 career fumbles. How many damn turnovers is that? God.
Apparently
dang.
he's got baby hands. That's the rumor going
His
around.
baby hands.
Baby hands, yeah.
That's why.
I'll
Oh
verify
my-
that.
He can't hold the ball. I'm done with the Bucks. Fuck you, Jameis. My grandpa went to FSU, and I am allowed to talk shit.
The sad thing is, he's really bad now until all his interceptions, but he's definitely gonna. Whenever they play the Falcons the first time, he's gonna show up.
Oh, Godwin and
He's gonna throw-
Evans both
He's
getting
gonna throw for
150.
400 yards, 5 TDs, no turnovers, and all the Jameis hype will be back.
And then we really every week Jameis is makes you go out on him, so he gets that dog mentality. just so he can throw 5 touchdowns. He's like hyped up again. Dude, one of my like good friends, or one of my friends, who like knows a lot about football. His name's John. He's also a Steelers fan. He tweeted out, Jameis Winston will win a Super Bowl after he had that big game. And I'm like, fuck it. You know what? Jameis will. He has his ups and downs, but once he gets an O-line, like, he could. No.
Jameis is just a
John,
dumbass.
we're out on him. Fuck you,
Jameis is the
Jameis.
dumbest. I remember a story. This is like when he had his big season at Florida State. It was talking about like all the schools that recruited him. I think he really wanted to go to Texas. They didn't offer him. I could be wrong. He wanted to go somewhere. I remember he got an offer from Stanford. And I remember at the time, like that was one of his offers. I remember like reading this article. I remember thinking, I was like, James just doesn't seem like the type of guy that would get an offer from Stanford. I think that was fake. I'm going to call that out right now. James Winston, you never got an offer from Stanford. I need to see proof.
All right.
So since 2006, there's been 61 starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Only 14 of them have had hands the size of Jameis's or smaller. And that list includes Colin Kaepernick, Teddy Bridgewater, Ryan Tannehill, Matt Flynn, Geno Smith, Chad Henne, Colt McCoy, Blake Bortles, Derek Carr, Jimmy Clausen, Josh Johnson, and Curtis Painter.
Bro, yo.
Elite company.
Yo, chill on the cap slander. Yo, we don't get political here.
Not to get political.
Not to get political, but Cap has small hands.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Hudson just asked. I think Geno
He's on the
Smith,
Seahawks.
yeah, he's back up to Russell Wilson.
He was nasty at West Virginia.
Let's move over to another really disappointing team, the Falcons. I'm sorry, Hud, but
Don't say sorry.
I'm about to go in on the fucking
Go off,
Falcons.
King.
Let's go.
Go off, King. Go off.
Texans. All right. First of fucking all, you guys have Calvin Ridley, Devonta Freeman. You have Julio Jones and Matt Ryan,
Facts.
and you guys lost to
and
the.
Devontae Freeman.
I said Devonta Freeman.
Oh,
And you
and
lost-
Austin Hooper.
And Austin Hooper, he
Facts.
fucking went off again. He had 117
Facts.
yards against the Cards. Their defense is so bad, and you all lost. The only thing more embarrassing than getting blown out by the Cardinals is fucking coming back and losing because of a missed PAT. Matt Bryant, I'm sorry, it's time to retire. That was it. But goddamn, Atlanta, your sports town is in a rut. I'm sorry, but what the fuck is this? Like, just go ahead and tank now. Get Chase Young. Get something. Because this is embarrassing. I'm disgusted. I mean, I understand Deshaun Watson's a great QB. You guys have just as good an
They
offense
have
as
no
them.
O-line. The Texans literally have no O-line. And Deshaun got sacked 0 times. They could not fucking put a hand on him. And he has one of the shittiest ranked offensive line in the NFL.
It's because of fucking Dumb and Dumber on your D-line.
Oh my.
Tack McKinley and fucking Vic Beasley are both absolute first-round bums. Vic Beasley led the league in sacks and has done jack shit since then.
He's going to go down as the only, I don't know the exact statistic. He's going to be the only player ever to have double-digit sacks in a season and never come like fucking close to that again. Like there's an actual fact or like stat, but like that's like the abbreviated version. He sucks. Tack, you suck too. They both suck. Get rid of them both. There was a tweet from last year, I don't know when it was from, that it was like the Falcons, and it was like 4 players, and it was like, who's the best Joker? And it's like Tack McKinley, Julio Jones, like 2 of the players with the Joker's face on it. I saw someone quote tweet it, and they're like, please delete this now before it blows up. Get on Twitter now earlier. It fucking blew up. It was from a year ago, and people were just memeing it and roasting it, but I don't feel sorry for them. They did it to themselves. It was like they did everything on the field.
The only good thing about the Falcons right now is that Julio Jones' post with the squirrel on Instagram is still up from like 7 years ago. It's the only thing they have going for them.
I feel so bad for Julio. They're wasting his talent. He's literally one of the best wide receivers of all time. And Matt, too. Matt's actually not had like an awful season. Statistically speaking, he has like the most, like, he's top 5 in passing yards. He's played well. Julio's played well. The fucking defense sucks. Dan Quinn, you suck. You need to be fired.
Fire Dan Quinn. Bro.
Matt Bryant, retire. Tack McKinley, cut. Vic Beasley, cut. Fuck, who else do I not like? Somebody else. I can't think of them right now.
Draft more O-linemen, I guess, because and have them
Defensive line, unless they can play both ways. Draft someone that can play both ways. Damn.
Cal, do you have anything?
They suck. All Atlanta sports suck. It's just so. I kind of like them sucking. It's not gonna lie though, because I've never had one of my sports teams win something in my 20 years of living. There was a whole article SB Nation did of all the miserable things that's happened to Atlanta sports. My favorite. Can you speak? I gotta find the article.
I don't think they're good. I didn't think they were good at the beginning of the season. I've never thought they were good, and I don't think they will be good anytime soon. That's it. No
I'll
offense.
highlight some of the awful stuff that's happened to Atlanta sports. I have two favorites from this long list of 20 things. There are 20 bullet points on this list, and this is my favorite part. The Falcons lost the Super Bowl to the Denver Broncos, 34-19. Falcons safety Eugene Robinson was arrested the night before the game for solicitation of a prostitute. He won the Bart Starr Award that same day, given to the NFL player who best exemplifies outstanding character and leadership in the home, on the field, in the community. And he got fucking arrested the night after that. And we have Mike Vick with the dogfighting. Braves haven't won a playoff game since like 2002. And the last team they beat in the playoffs are the Astros, who are not even in the fucking National League anymore. They are in the American League. They're not even in the same division. That was their last playoff win. This is my second favorite fact from the article. The Atlanta Dream, the WNBA team, while they have been good, they went to the 2010, 2011, 2013 WNBA Finals. They lost all three of those. They did not only lose all three of those, they got swept each time. They got swept there. Atlanta sports, miserable. I don't think they're ever going to be good. But, like, I don't know what my life would be like if an Atlanta sports team was actually good. Fuck it. Fuck the Falcons. Fuck you, Vic Beasley.
Let's move on to a team that will make me less mad because I actually have been high on them. Russell Wilson is a top 3 QB
MVP,
in the league.
MVP.
He's probably currently the MVP. He has DK. I'm pretty sure we all thought was going to be like a pretty good deep threat. I don't think DK is ever going to be like. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be always going to be a solid receiver. Unless he can get a better route tree per se. I don't think he's going to be
He's
ever.
got an interception this season. Damn.
He like Russell Wilson's so
MVP.
good. He's made Tyler Lockett, who once again
17 TDs, 0 interceptions, 100 plus QBA rating in every game. MVP right now. Give it to Russ.
He's so good.
Nothing bad to say about Russ.
He's like, while he's kind of a pussy.
That's
Yeah,
facts.
he's a little quirky, but MVP.
Yeah, he's kind of a pussy. It's kind of weird. But on the field, he's a very likable player. He does everything you want. I'm
He's
big on Russell Wilson.
Tim Tebow wishes he was as a football
Yeah,
player.
and
He's what Tim Tebow wishes he was.
yeah, and I'm sure Russell Wilson likes
Even as a
college
baseball
kids, too.
player.
Facts. Like
He's a better baseball player than Tim Tebow too.
Russell Wilson.
No, fuck Tim Tebow. Get the fuck out of here. I hate Tim Tebow. He's such a bitch. I've hated Tim Tebow, and I've especially hated Tim Tebow ever since he was like, college kids shouldn't get paid. They should just play for the part of their school. We're sorry, Tim. Not everybody's fucking rich like you. Shut the fuck up, Tim Tebow.
Missionaries.
Oh wow, his parents are missionaries.
That's not a high-income field.
Sorry, not everyone's rich and have God on their side like Tim Tebow. Fuck you, Tim Tebow.
Because he was good at football.
Cliff, get out of here.
No.
Okay, anyway. No, Tim Tebow, fuck you.
Spencer.
Seahawks.
Oh, there's a rumor about the Seahawks right now.
What?
Jamal Adams might be traded to the Seahawks.
That's the Jets' best player. What are they going to give
It's a
for
word on
him?
the street.
Word on the street?
Let me verify this source.
Who's the source?
I can't tell you my source.
Oh,
That's
it's
just-
verif.
That's just word.
Yeah.
Can I see the
That's
source?
just word on the street.
Oh, definitely.
Wait. Who's the...
This is word on the streets. I can't give away my sources.
Who is...
Losers
Wow.
lose. That's all I got. That's all I gotta say.
That's huge.
But Seahawks, even... You know what? Fuck you, Jameis. Even with the shitty O-line, Russell Wilson is the best quarterback
I mean, to
in
be
the
fair, Russell
NFL
Wilson
right now.
can see.
Yeah. Look what happens when you wear
Okay,
consequences, Jameis.
We're not gonna go off this rant again. But
Oh God. But yeah, I would say. I mean, their offenses looked good. They are. They're a run first offense. Really, they have a really good like kind of rotation with Chris Carson leading the way. They have some dogs on that defense,
tight end
especially
is
their
gonna
front
hurt, though.
seven.
You think they
Sucks
have?
for Disley. He
it's
might be.
just time for Luke Wilson to pop off, though.
It is.
Are you saying you think they have a good 1-2 punch at running back? You might be on meth.
Word on the street is I could be on meth because I think they might have a better 1-2 punch than the Packers with Jamal Williams and Aaron
Yikes.
Jones. Chris Carson. Hold on, it's Chris Carson. Who else do they have in the backfield?
Rashad Penny.
Rashad Penny
Procise.
and Procise. Mm-hmm.
Bo Scarborough.
Dude, I remember we talked
Big
about that.
Bo.
It's weird thinking he's there. I don't know.
Bo's
I mean,
just there for a fun time, not a long
he's
time.
there. He's there to chase a ring, baby. Their comeback win against the Browns was impressive too. Baker, fuck, we'll get to that. Sorry, Cal, we're gonna have to go in on that.
It's all right.
I know you don't want to. I
No,
think the
backup's just as good.
I think the Seahawks are just in a good spot, and I mean, right now their only competition is the undefeated 49ers, whose defense has just been insane. Well, they have. What's the most amount of points they've let up this season? Fucking 20. The most amount of points the 49ers have let was 20 points against the Steelers, against our very iffy offense. I mean, it's. I don't know. A lot of good things looking up for the 49ers. Their defense is solid. Jimmy's okay, but their run offense with Kyle Shanahan's play calling is just. Hudson, you guys need to fucking fire Dan Quinn and hire Kyle Shanahan.
I know. It hurts seeing Kyle Shanahan and Tevin Coleman out there in the Bay just having a grand old time. Well, I'm stuck with. No, I'm not gonna go off on it again. But yeah, I picked them to win the division though at the beginning of the year.
You did.
None of y'all. Zach thought I was crazy, or Will did. Someone did, and well, like TBH, don't think they're actually that good. I'm gonna keep riding with them right now.
Ride or die. I can respect it. What do you got, Cal?
Fuck, I might need to pick a new team for the rest of the season.
I really enjoy watching the 49ers play.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at the rest of their schedule, it doesn't look terrible. I mean, they have to play the Ravens and the Seahawks. Besides that, they shouldn't lose any of. They got the Redskins, Panthers, Cardinals, Seahawks one time, Cardinals again, Packers, then at Baltimore, New Orleans, Falcons, Rams, Seahawks. So I think they'll win the division.
I think they. I mean, realistically,
Where's the Falcons game? Is that in Atlanta or San Francisco?
Let me check.
I mean, realistically, 49ers will probably end the season 13-3. Like, I think they'll probably drop one to the Seahawks.
In the Bay.
In the Bay. I think they might lose to, like, either the Packers or Ravens. They'll
I can
beat
see
Cardinals
that.
both times. And maybe the Rams. Or the Falcons might upset them just because that random going off game for the Falcons. Because
That's
they have the offense for it.
That's some dumb shit they would do. They'd be set up for a good draft pick.
Set up for Chase
No,
Young.
that's what's happening. They're set up for a great draft pick right now, like top 3. Chase Young looks like a legit pass rusher. They're gonna go do some dumb shit and win like 5 games in a row, and put themselves in a shitty draft position. And it's gonna be the Khalil Mack year all over again.
I think, I mean, they're looking good. Let's kind of move on, I guess, down to the Rams, who they traded Marcus Peters, and I was like, what the fuck? They really need a help. They on the back end, they just put Aqib Talib on IR, and they're like, fuck it, we don't like first round picks. Haven't had a first round pick under Sean McVay. Traded for Jalen Ramsey, who is probably the best corner in the league, if at worst top 3. I mean, they have a couple stars. I don't know how many times like we're just gonna see the Rams keep just being like, fuck it, it's our year. But I don't know. They got a tough game against Atlanta this Sunday, so we'll see how that goes.
They're only favored by 3.
Only by 3.
Where's that game at?
Atlanta. They do. Don't they pump in noise to their stadium?
That was the old stadium. They might need to do it this one too.
They should.
Coolest stat I saw today, though. Spencer told me this, but I saw it before on Twitter. The Jaguars' first-round picks from 2014-2015, Blake Bortles, Dante Fowler, Jalen Ramsey, all Los Angeles Rams now. Kind of cool.
That is.
Yeah. They're also, Blake was, I think, 5th. Jalen was 5th. And Dante Fowler 3rd. All very high draft picks. All no longer on the team. So
I think the Rams are still good, though. I think this... I know we said that you could also see, 2 NFC North teams get the wild card spot. I could see a scenario if the Rams get it all together that 2 of these NFC West teams get both the wild card spots. Los Angeles, I think, has a little they need to get it going a little bit more because especially they haven't looked good the past couple weeks. So I think Ramsey's gonna help a lot. Goff needs to get back on his groove, but I still think they're like a really good team.
I just remembered when we started, like one of the first couple episodes, I was officially out on the Rams. Then I came back in on them.
Why are you out on them?
Now I'm back out on the Rams. I was
Okay.
originally out on them to begin with. Thought they'd go maybe 9-7. Then got back in on them once they beat the Saints and Browns back to back, and they were 3-0. But they've dropped 3 straight, and I'm back out on the Rams. So, yeah.
Who else are you out on? Just off the top of your head.
Rams,
Jameis.
still out on Vikings.
Yeah.
Jameis.
Out on Jameis in specific. I'm out on O.J. Simpson.
No, stop. You could maybe come on.
I'm maybe out on O.J. Simpson.
We'll talk about it when he gets here.
Yeah, when he when he walks in. I'm out on the Jets.
Okay.
Out on Mariota. Probably out on Tannehill. I don't know. I'm out on a lot of people. I'm pretty worked up after that Jameis rant. I'm gonna be honest. My blood's still pumping.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say I'd say Rams, not in a good spot right now. Although they knew that, and that's why they traded for Jalen Ramsey. You guys got anything else on the Rams, or you can move on to the Cardinals?
Good to move on.
All right, Cardinals. Kyler is, I don't want to say it, but he's been looking all right. He's been slinging the ball. I feel like this offense is really made for him. I still don't think he should have been the first overall pick. There were a lot of players there, but Josh Rosen also sucks. Josh Rosen's also on the Fins. Josh Rosen also got benched for Fitzpatrick. So, lot to take in there.
You think Pat Peterson will get traded?
He deserves to. Although he's kind of old now. How old is he? 30, 31? I feel like he's kind of older.
He's still good though. The Eagles want him. That's the rumor.
They need help a lot on the back end. They're getting torched right now. I think they have some injury problems right now, which is why they need. Oh, he's 29. Okay, Pat Pete's still got some years in him, but they have some injury problems. I'm pretty sure, and like people on IR and whatnot. So they definitely should be in the running. I thought they should like have traded for Patrick Peterson or someone like that, but or fuck what you said. I meant Jalen Ramsey. But obviously they didn't want to pay the price tag of 2 first, so it's understandable. What do you guys got on the Cardinals?
I think they're good. I don't think they're gonna be like playoff good for a while though, especially being in that division. Russ isn't going anywhere. 49ers isn't going anywhere. Los Angeles. So I think it'll be a while until they're actually good. But I feel like they have somewhat of a foundation to kind of build around for the next 3 to 4 years, where they could potentially be in a really good place.
Well, the thing
in
about
the
the
near future.
The thing about the Cardinals is they know they're not good, but they're playing like they're going all out every week is like the big thing.
Like I watched their whole game this last week, and I remember texting you guys. Like, Kyler looked a lot better than. This is the first game I watched him, and specifically I seen clips of him from Red Zone, like Twitter and stuff, and like he looked good, but it was like the highlights. But watching like a full game, he looked a lot better than I would have, especially originally guessed when he got drafted this past spring.
Yeah. What do you got, Cal?
I'm just looking at the rest of their schedule. Right now they're 2-1, I think. Or no, 2-3-1. They have to play the 49ers twice, the Rams twice, the Seahawks again. So they're not like an 8-8 team, but they'll still have. I think they'll probably go like 5-11 or 6-10. Just looking at the rest of this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Like I said, the players.
I feel like they would take that if you told them at the beginning of the season.
They 100%. Like they're
Definitely.
they're all playing for their coach. They're kind of playing for the team. I think they're while they won't be good in the immediate future. They're in a really good position to kind of just play. Slowly build up and then eventually try and become a competitive NFL team. So let's move on to NFC East, and then we'll take a quick break. So the Cowboys. Let's start with them. Going on 3 straight wins and then 3 straight losses to wrap that up with a loss to Sam Darnold in his coming back game. What do you got on this, Cal? I know this is your team.
I don't think they're good. They played against the Jets for the first 3 quarters like they didn't really want to be there. They lost to the Packers also. Just got down early. The game against the Saints that they lost was just kind of weird, like 12-10. I don't know, it just wasn't what I was expecting. But maybe there's a chance they turn it around, which would be pretty cool if they want to do that. If not, I don't know. Nothing with them is gonna like drastically change unless either Jerry Jones leaves, which he's gonna stay there till he dies, or if Jason Garrett leaves, which he's not gonna fire Jason Garrett because he's Jerry Jones' puppet. So I'm not in the best place right now as a fan, but it could always be worse.
They have a brutal schedule coming up. They play against Philly. Giants shouldn't be as bad. And they play the Vikings. Oh, fuck, it's in prime time. Never mind, you're good. Then they play in Detroit, play in New England, play the Bills, play in Chicago, play the Rams, play in Philly. Then you get a Redskins game. So that's a nice, okay, we can get this one last win if you're kind of on the edge of playoff contention.
Right.
But, that's just not a schedule. Looking at it, I'll just on paper, none of these games are going to be a cakewalk other than the Skins game at the end.
Agreed.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Dak going to get paid? Is he going to get his bag?
He shouldn't, but he will.
What do you think they're...
They don't have any other options, though.
So let's say realistically they don't give Dak his bag, and Dak's like, fine, I'm walking. Where do they go from there?
You tell Kellen Moore to suit the fuck up and go play.
I think they have their first-round pick this year. They might not. I know last year's first-round pick turned into Amari Cooper.
Which I've said multiple times, I'm all for that. I think that was a good
Looking
trade.
back on it, if they didn't have Amari Cooper, they would be in such an awful position.
Mm-hmm.
But I would not be opposed to, I don't know, let's say their draft pick's going to be in between 20 and 30.
Right.
The team's pretty good, around. So I would try to get, maybe if Ruggs is there, a nice receiver, or just say, fuck it, let's be legends, and get a quarterback and let Dak hit the road.
I'm all for
You know
that.
who they need to sign? We talked about this weekend.
Did we?
Oh, don't say it. Don't
Oh.
say
Say
it.
it.
Oh, you're going to
Say
say
it.
it. Say it, Hud.
Mr. Antonio Brown.
Oh, that's not...
Oh,
I
that's
thought
actually
you-
true.
What do you think?
I was thinking of quarterbacks.
I was thinking a quarterback they should pick up.
Ew.
Oh, someone, he kind of... so Jerry Jones went to Arkansas. He's a big fan of SEC teams. Just a little old player from the SEC, around Ole Miss maybe. Swag Kelly to lead out that Kellen Moore offense.
If somehow every piece falls where it needs to be, and they come out next week with Swag Kelly and Antonio Brown, I will buy both of their jerseys and not take them off until we win the Super Bowl.
You should get the Super Bowl tattooed on your ass, straight up. You get both of them on that team.
Are we doing a tattoo on the ass bet?
All right, you heard it here first. If the Cowboys sign both Antonio Brown
Yes, I'll do it.
and Swag Kelly, Cal will get a Super Bowl tattoo on his ass. Confirmed. Book it. We'll
Right.
see you all next week when he does that.
At the tattoo parlor.
At the tattoo parlor, everyone. All right, I guess moving on from there, let's go down to the Eagles, who also have just not looked good. It has just been a rough, back into this season. I'm stupid. No, they're just kind of been inconsistent. I thought they lost 3 straight as well. So they got whooped against the Vikings, beat up on the Jets, kind of beat up on the Packers, beat up the Lions, but the Lions are a good team. Lost to the Falcons, and then which is funny.
They're
now.
not good. They're not good. I'm not going to give you any other reason except they lost to the Falcons.
And almost lost to the Redskins.
And the Falcons suck. Yeah, you almost lost to the Redskins. The Eagles are frauds. They're fake good.
Well,
They're frauds.
Since they're gonna have a similar,
yeah.
they have a similar schedule to the Cowboys, and
Fuck, they can maybe still win that division, though, because fucking Redskins are in there, and if they got hot at the right time. Have they played the Cowboys yet?
no. So they're playing
See, if they
Cowboys,
could beat them twice.
Cowboys
somehow.
twice, Bills, Bears, Patriots, Seahawks. They get the Finns, Giants twice, and Redskins. So
Actually, never mind. The Cowboys win the division. They just got carved up by Kirk Cousins. They're not good. They're frauds. I'm staying with that statement.
all right.
The Eagles, you were frauds.
I don't know if the Eagles, the Falcons scored more points than they did, but I don't know if they lost the game.
Yeah, the Eagles
You
should
know
have
what
won
I'm
that. Not gonna lie.
Looks like Julio kind of got a slant maybe and just took it 54 yards.
Cribbed it.
Yeah, he cribbed it, as some would
Cribbed
say. So, I mean, basically the game came down to can you tackle Julio Jones in the open field?
And that answer is
And
always
most
no.
teams would not be able to do that. So, yes, they had more points at the end, but I don't think that they won the game.
Book it. Eagles are actually. Wait, who didn't win the game?
The Falcons did not win the game.
Oh,
They
so-
just had more points at the end.
Eagles. Eagles should be 4-2 right now. They got rigged.
Yes.
Or ripped off. Fuck. I don't even want to talk about the Eagles. Fuck you, Eagles fans.
You're not good.
No, we got
Let's
it.
let's move on to the Giants. Daniel
Oh,
Jones.
God.
One game, I was like, fuck. I'm so wrong about him. He's good. We were wrong, and never mind. He sucks. Understand he didn't have. I'll let it slide just a bit, just a tiny bit, because you were missing Saquon, you were missing Evan Ingram, and you were missing Sterling Shepard. We still played like shit. I know the Patriots have an elite defense, but come on now, you had one okay pass to Golden Tate that whole night. Daniel Jones, he beat the Redskins, but I mean,
Congrats.
And
Congrats,
Jameis.
Congrats.
and he still threw 2 picks in that game. Jesus
To the
Christ.
Redskins?
Yes. Fuck you, Dan. Now this is just us yelling at quarterbacks. I'm okay with that.
We
though.
gotta like some people.
Yeah, we'll get when we like people, we'll get to them. But
We like Russell Wilson. Except your quarterback.
we like Russell Wilson, and we're indifferent to Jimmy Garoppolo. But pretty much every other quarterback, just like Aaron Rodgers to his family, we hate them.
No, Matt Ryan, I don't hate you.
Uh,
You're in a tough situation.
so you're not mad, you're just disappointed.
I'm not even mad. No, I'm not at him. I'm mad at the people in charge of him. And Jared Goff, I like you.
I don't know. The Giants, I mean, I think they have pieces to work with. Their offense, I think Sterling Shepard's good. Golden Tate's a nice addition. Evan Ingram's good. Saquon's the best running back in the league.
In
Their
the
line got
world.
better
In the world,
In
not
the-
the league.
in the world.
In the
Oh.
whole entire
I think he's better
I
world.
than
don't know. I had an encounter. This is kind of off topic, but I was in the cafeteria on campus earlier last week, I think, and we was
You saw
talking.
Saquon?
No, kinda. This smaller fellow sits down. He says, "Anyone sitting here?" I said, "No, go ahead." And so we started talking, and asked me if I played any sports. I was like, "Yeah, I played football in the past." He was like, "Oh, that's funny." This guy was probably I don't know, 130, 5'7". He's like, "Oh, I play rugby for the team. So it's kind of like football, but way harder, and it takes more brain power." So
What?
while Saquon might be the best running back in the world, supposedly there's rugby players that could kick his ass. That's just a rumor.
That sounds
Cap.
accurate,
Cap.
actually. That's
You'll have to talk to Henry about that one in the cafeteria.
Yo, Henry, get on the podcast, bro. You can Henry, email us at pumpisfull@gmail.com or tweet us at pumpisfull. Is that just Daniel Jones?
Danny Dimes
I just pulled up a really bad picture of DJ.
My
of DJ.
my favorite thing.
That was so
My
slick.
favorite thing about Daniel Jones is just his pregame fits.
What? That he looks like his mom dressed him?
Yeah, it looks like his mom dressed him for church on
He
Sunday.
dresses like Jack when he goes to work at the bank. Sorry.
I'll flip it.
It's funny because they do dress the same.
Don't worry, hon. Don't worry. I learned how to bleep after the whole OJ incident. Oh God, Redskins, they were winning 17-3 against the Dolphins, and then Fitzmagic. Hold on, what? Redskins winning 17-3. Then fucking Hudson. That's enough with Daniel Jones on the iPad. They were winning.
Are we the Redskins now?
Yes.
Yeah. Dolphins came back with Fitzmagic. Then Kenyon Drake very conveniently dropped a catch that would have put them up.
That was a shitty play call.
It was.
I think it's playing. They were like, "Fuck, if we win, we don't get to they knew what they
No,
were
I
doing."
But
think-
now, I don't know. All eyes now turn to the Dolphins versus Bengals game in December.
That's the toilet bowl.
That's
baby.
gonna
Hey,
be
yo,
huge.
chill. When we get to the AFC.
Oh, you're right. That's on me. That's on me.
Redskins. I mean, they do not really have. I thought they were going to be.
I actually like the Redskins.
Hudson's currently playing a back it up Terry McLaurin video.
He's nasty.
He is nasty.
so
He's
good.
the only thing to look forward to on
And
the
Landon
Redskins.
Collins is the dog.
Adrian
Was Landon
Peterson.
Collins on that
Yeah,
team?
won Defense Player of the Week
Oh
this week.
fuck. And they're probably gonna get a first-round pick out of Cleveland when they trade Trent Williams to the Browns. But they played the Redskins. The Redskins
Hot
played.
take, no way Trent Williams is in shape right now.
There's no way. When they played the Eagles close, and I thought that meant they were good, but the Eagles suck, so that didn't mean shit. I honestly do not know what they're gonna draft in this upcoming draft. They need so many things to help them out. Haskins got subbed in, looked horrible. Apparently, Hudson has heard rumors that he's actually a fucking idiot. Can you confirm on these rumors?
So the word with my ear to the street, what I've heard is Dwayne Haskins an idiot. He doesn't know their playbook. He's been there since whenever
Fucking
the dra-
April.
He's had a long ass time to know the playbook. He just he just doesn't know the. He's just dumb from what I've read. Doesn't know the playbook. Doesn't know what's going on. Dan Snyder loves him though, so I don't think they're gonna get rid of him. Alex Smith had 17 surgeries.
Yeah, Alex Smith.
Not that is important. He'll never play again, but
That sucks for Alex Smith because he's
Good
actually the most likable game manager in potentially the history of the league.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's my hot take. I'm throwing it out there.
shout out Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson.
Getting after that check, just trying to get out of bankruptcy.
He popped off. I mean, it was against the Dolphins, but
He's trying to get that check.
cash your check, man. Talk your shit, AP. Talk your shit.
And they're the first team to fire their coach this year.
I
So,
know.
Congrats to them.
I don't feel that bad for them though, because there were baseball teams in the World Series.
Yeah,
So.
they're crazy about the Nationals.
Must be
nuts
nice.
about the
And
Nats
their
right now.
WNBA team just won the finals.
That's big. Damn.
Must be good to be from DC right now.
I think it's good being a DC sports fan. They got a lot going for them. They just won their first game. They got rid of Jay Gruden.
What do you think Jay is up to now?
I think he's back at the club, hitting on younger women and smoking pot. I think that's the dream we all want. It's why we live in the greatest country in the world, so you can chase your dreams of infidelity and drug use.
I don't think I have that dream, but
I think
That's the NFC, right?
that's the NFC. Yeah, I think it's time to get a quick break. You know how we do. We like to give our shout-outs and sponsors. I guess I'll start us off with my first shout-out is going to be shout-out to Bar Shirts. Shout out to, that classic shirt you wear when you go out to the bars. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And I'm very excited to hear what my boy Cal is about to say.
My sponsorship of the episode is Getting It Out the Mud. If it's just another thing, if you know what it is, then there's no way to teach you it. But my shout out would be the St. Louis Battlehawks. We've got a little quarterback controversy already brewing between Jordan Teamu, some Hawaiian name.
I love you too, Cal.
Yeah, and Brogan
Spanish
Roback
joke.
also on the roster, so I'm just really looking forward to that. Be on the lookout. The Pump is Full might be traveling to St. Louis for that.
I already got a media day passes booked. What do you
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah,
have
we'll be
Eric-
in St.
have
Louis.
Eric show us around the city.
Also want to give a quick shout out to the Vibes.
Ooh.
I like the vibes going on.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. Got anything, Hud?
I have a couple shout outs. First shout out, Brock Osweiler. Don't really know what you'll be remembered for. I'll remember you personally for carrying Peyton Manning to his second Super Bowl, but then letting him play the Super Bowl and you not really getting credit, but you got him there. So shout out to you for that.
Takes a big man to do that.
He is a big man.
6'7".
Oh, 6'7" of it.
I think you may have won me a fantasy game or two back in the day.
Hey.
Actually, you're kind of forgettable, but shout out you.
Hold on, real quick, Hud. Shout out to Brock Osweiler for securing the bag in Houston.
Oh, facts. We always like to see that.
Definitely.
I had another shout out. Shout out Lynn Bowden, little college football talk.
Oh, that's a good one.
For the
Good
team
shout
on
out.
his back this past weekend. Then shout out Vince Carter. That's it.
Shout out Vince Carter.
Okay, Vince Carter. Yeah.
Shout out also, running back all the way to the beginning of the episode. Shout out to Devontae Adams' Twitter. It's gas. What do you got, Cal?
Mine's not really a shout out. Just, if you're listening, JT, I'm very excited to compete against you at the beach.
It's big. Someone's trying to enter.
Should I?
Hello?
Should I open it?
Maybe. Go check who it is.
My mic probably won't stretch over there, right?
No, it will not.
All right, hold my mic.
This is. Oh, God.
This is gonna be the longest episode ever.
Oh my God! It's already at like 50 minutes.
Who wants buffalo chicken dip?
Did you text him about that? There's honestly a chance that didn't even pick you up, but I will be more than happy to take buffalo chicken dip.
You want me to say it again?
If you want to say it again.
Who wants buffalo chicken dip? You all have chips?
Should I bleep that out?
No, just leave it.
I have to bleep out
I
what.
can't wait to listen when it comes out. I just hear that part.
Why do you have to bleep what I said?
Famous.
I have to bleep what you said out.
Why?
You said.
Paulo, you seen the pictures of Daniel Jones on game day?
Oh, bro, I'm gonna probably cut some of this out
Yeah,
just
we're
right
gonna have
now
to
while
go-
this is
well-
filler. It's dead up at like 50 minutes or something
And we
like
still
that.
have to do that.
Oh, we have the entire
NFC.
AFC to go.
So are we taking a time out
Wait,
right now?
wait.
Yeah, buffalo chicken dip?
Yeah. I'll time out.